And we welcome you once again inside of the Panther pit as we get set for tonight's Mountain 7 conference clash between the North Henderson Knights and the Franklin Panthers. Apologize. We had a pregame show all lined up. We had spent a day recording all kinds of great information about the relief efforts in Macon County. We'll post that in the next coming days, but our router was unplugged. It shut down our equipment. It shut down our stream, and unfortunately don't have enough time to get to the final segment of our pregame show that featured the Discover Church folks, Amy Anders and Brian Moffett. We apologize that they took time out of their day. It didn't get aired tonight, but it is what it is. It's Murphy's Law, and the best laid plans never work out. I'm George Young alongside Byron McClure, but we don't really have to worry about a lot of things that our brothers and sisters on the other side of the field are worrying about here in Macon County, as Henderson County was really ravaged, along with Buncombe and a lot of other counties, Haywood counties, by Hurricane Helene. Chimney Rock, along with Lake Lure, is in the same zone as North Henderson High School, and of course they are here with heavy hearts tonight. But I think also, Byron, they're here with a sense of let's get back to normalcy. Let's get some things that are slowly getting us back to a sense of normalcy. I don't think it's going to get back to normal for a while in Henderson County, though.
No, I mean, you guys at this point have looked and witnessed the utter devastation that our neighbors in Buncombe, Haywood, and beyond, Henderson and beyond have suffered, and it is nothing short of catastrophic. Most of us either soulfully we're tied to the region. Many of us, including myself, have ties to people who were directly affected, and it is going to change lives forever. And there are parts of Western North Carolina that will, quite frankly, never be the same. But one thing that will not change, George, is the people. And if there's anything, you and I got together yesterday and we talked about this, what an amazing response from not just our community, but Western North Carolina in general, and even in surrounding states. People who have brought stuff in and helped prop Western North Carolina up at this time. It has been nothing short of breathtaking. And I know your package was great, and hopefully we'll get a chance to share that with everybody. But Ben Van Hook and Amy Van Hook and Brian Moffett and Caleb Parham and tons of people, might I add Billy Van Hook, and there are tons of people in that group, and there are other groups like that in Macon County, maybe not on that scale, but doing the same thing for our neighbors in distress all around West North Carolina. You and I talked yesterday, in full disclosure, does it feel surreal being back out here on the football field and playing a football game? And all I can tell you is I'm glad, and I hope that for the next couple hours that we give you at home an opportunity to distract yourself from the awful reality that we've had to face over the past week to 2 weeks. So hopefully we can do that. These are two communities. Obviously the reach of devastation was different for these two communities, but they were brought together here in a very heartwarming scene. If you're here in the Panther pit, these two teams joined at midfield and basically exchanged some stickers. George, you got some more information on that, right?
Yeah, the high school has put together a helmet sticker that all of the folks at the Mountain 7 Conference are going to be wearing. Chad Wade at Science Express designed, and they donated these WNC Strong helmet decals that the varsity and JV teams will be wearing in the Mountain 7 Conference. And they had a special presentation at midfield. They had a prayer, and they exchanged some of these football helmets. And you may have seen them on Facebook. They have been circulating around. And the two teams tonight will be wearing those helmets. As you see, the captains are meeting. Our captain not here tonight, Mike Wood. I tell you, he is a world traveler in Germany.
He's in Germany.
Being a granddad.
He's being a granddad, so congratulations to Jordan and her husband, and to Grandpa Mike.
Yep.
I'm sure he's going to watch us. And I told him if he's holding out for more money than just tough luck, but he is welcome back at any time. So, but congratulations.
Well, if he can come and make sure nobody unplugs us, we may need to hire somebody for that. I don't know.
In full disclosure, this plug-in's over here next to me, guys.
I don't think it was you. I don't think it was you. I don't know what happened over here. Unplugged us, and we had a lot of stuff that we had. It's been really a day and a half compiling for you, and we'll post that later on. Both teams are ready to come on to the field. Also, before tonight's contest, the Athlete of the Month for September was introduced, Macy Stork. She was handed her plaque, and earlier in September, we were able to catch up with Macy Stork, and we put together this package.
I'm Macy Stork, and I'm a senior. I played on the first middle school tennis team when I was in 6th grade, played 3 years on the middle school team, and then played all 4 years for Franklin High School. I got started by one of my past teachers. My 4th grade teacher actually got me into it, and then my coach, who's my coach now, started doing little practices, and me and the 4 seniors who play currently all started playing together. Coming into the season, I know that we've done so good in the past, so obviously you want to keep that going, but there's a whole different group of girls. So for the beginning, I just wanted to figure out kind of the team and how we bond together and how we'll play. And then for the rest of the season, I would like to make it farther in individuals than I did last year, so I made it.
Well, we'll get to the rest of Macy Stork's feature there as we go along tonight. The Panthers are onto the field, and we are just about ready to get this one underway. There is going to be a football game played here tonight with all the emotion. That's the question I think a lot of folks have. Both teams have had almost a month off since playing their last game, September 20th. What's the mindset? How conditioned are both teams? Both teams missed a lot of practice.
It's tough to say, and it's fair to say for both teams in light of what has went on in our area with the storms and whatnot. But even at that, had you skipped a couple of weeks in a normal football schedule, any coach would have been concerned about execution, keeping his players' minds in the game. Let's face it. When you play football, it's not for the practice. It's for the Friday nights. So I'm sure it has been tough to keep them not only in focus, just naturally, but with everything going on. I'm sure Coach Brooks has had some type of plan for that. So hopefully tonight we'll see a Panther team just as sharp as when we left off a few weeks ago.
So the North Henderson Knights will kick off to the Panthers. They will tee it up, and we'll get this one underway. It's going to be Peyton Maben, I believe, that will tee it up. He is also listed as the quarterback on our official roster, which has been shuffled a little bit. Back deep to receive is Hervey, all the way back at about his 19-yard line. Braden Hervey awaiting the punt from Peyton Maben. It's going to be angled far side, and we are underway as securing it. Braylon Desarn going to push it near side, turn the corner, 30, 35, cut up, hit at the 42, out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. So that's where the Panthers will take over, first down and 10.
Braylon Desarn with return left there, and pretty good speed to get around to the corner. To be quite honest with you, tackle made, I didn't catch the number, but a good job there in the white jersey, the Purple Knight that chased him down. But a good start for the Franklin Panthers as they'll have it on about the 40.5-yard line.
The Panthers on offense first. Nice crowd gathering, the early start. Shadows abound. Reminds us of that spring season. Seems like a lifetime ago. Hervey with a convoy. Turns it up, 50. Hervey down the far side. Turns on the Jets. Hervey knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Braden Hervey back to where he left off just a few weeks ago. takes it around the right side. Great job of sealing that right side by the Panther team, and then he's off to the races. Just gets tripped up there by number 1, Dylan, and I'm gonna give you the honors there, Klein Knight. I'm gonna try that. Klein Knight?
Klein Knight.
Klein Knight?
Klein Knight, maybe?
Yep. And we apologize.
Well, we
sincerely. Great play.
We do a lot of apologizing every night.
Great play by Dylan.
Anderson Terrell pitches to Hervey. No rest for the weary. Hervey tries to cut it up 15 to about the 14-yard line. Goes Braden Hervey. He's going to gain a couple. That'll bring up second and about 9 for the Panthers. Glad that you are with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. If you had joined us earlier, we had a post, and there is a post still up on Facebook that we were doing a pregame show, and then it was abruptly ended by our stuff getting unplugged over here. So I'm glad that you have found us on the second post. The only post now up on YouTube, is it? Delayed handoff. It's Hervey right up the middle. Hervey weaving his way. 5-2-1. It'll be first and goal at the 1 for the Panthers.
Great job by Braden Hervey there, sort of squatting down, taking note of where his options were. You got the quick inside handoff there from Anderson, and watch him just get a little bit low and try to figure out, I'm going inside, outside. Got the first down.
Well, here we go, first and goal. It's going to be a straight handoff. Right side, it's Hervey into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Panthers strike first early on. 10-18 to go. It's 6-0 Panthers.
Once again, why not give it to the workhorse here? Braden Hervey. Little run.
Untouched.
Steps up in the C gap and then just kicks it outside. Great job.
So on to attempt the extra point is Daniel Riddle. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the kick splits the uprights to make it 7-0 Franklin as we head to break. Welcome back. As you see, the North Henderson Knights get in their position to receive the kickoff. And it's going to be Daniel Riddle that will handle the place-kicking duties and kickoffs tonight. As Will Sinclair will injure. Hopefully he'll be back shortly. Deep kick, 9-yard line, going to be gathered in by Derek Williams. Williams going to be stoned at the 20-yard line and pushed back.
Avery Carpenter, the first man on the scene for the Panthers. Avery is senior, and you see him right here on the point of attack. Nice job. Now, somebody might tell him to go a bit lower, but good job, Avery. Good job. And you mentioned Will Sinclair. We do look forward to having him back. You've heard me say it before, George. What a weapon when you've got a kickoff guy that can put it in the end zone and spare your kickoff team. So hopefully Will gets healed up, and we'll see him here down the stretch.
So the Knights will come out first for their first offensive possession. It's Caleb Woodring at quarterback. And nothing doing on first down for Mason Gasperson.
Nice job there by Waldrop. And I think Sutton stepping up there. If you'll see, look for big number 65 here. They should wash him down the line, and he just picks up the play, follows it down a few gaps, steps up, and Attic Sutton's there to help him.
Does gain 2 yards, does Gasperson. Second down and 8. Woodring shotgun for Coach Dinwiddie. He's going to fire it out in the flat. Caught, but not much room to move. Alex Hubbard on the far side for about a 2-yard gain. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Purple Knights.
Great job, great coverage there by Lance Parker.
Well, the Shadows pretty much have covered the entire field.
Sun finally starting to creep down behind Waya Bald in the western sky.
It's going to be a tough way to start, looking directly into the sun. That's what North Henderson's doing.
That's I can say I know who won the coin toss.
Yeah, right. I knew which way the sun sets.
Yeah.
Snap, a little high. Fumble. Going to be picked up by the Panthers. Down to the 1-yard line goes Cook.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not sure, but let's see on this replay. That is it. Mr. Young, Garrett Young, from behind. God, he just looks like such a football player. And number 19, Carroll Cook, he'll think about that all night. If I could have just got 1 yard farther, I'd have my first touchdown. Great job, Carroll.
So it's 1st and goal for the Panthers at the 1-yard line. And before the snap, we have flags. And it's going to be a false start on the offense. That will push it back to the 6-yard line. Now it'll be 1st and goal from there. Panthers up 6-0.
And not for that penalty. So far, we talked about at the top of the show, not playing for a couple weeks, and where the heads of these young men have been over the past couple weeks. Would there be a lot of penalties? Not really sloppy play early on here. Kudos to both coaching staffs.
1st and goal now from the 6 as Desarn goes in motion. Terrell takes out, hands to Braden Hervey, and Hervey's in. Touchdown for Hervey. That's his 2nd of the night, and the Panthers now up 13-0.
Well, once again, but this time to the left side. And let's see here on the left side there, we've got, I see Waldrop. Oh, what a great job. Look at those guys pushing them all the way in the end zone, not to mention number 66, Anthony Montañez. Great job on the left side of the line. And the Franklin Panthers are having their way up front right now.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:27 left. First quarter, Franklin up early 14-0 as we head to break. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Kick is away, going to be gathered in at about the 15, up to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. Garrett Young in on the tackle. And that's where the North Henderson Knights will begin 1st and 10 after the fumble. Their quarterback on their first offensive possession, and Panthers all of a sudden up 14-0, and got 8:21 left here in the first. We'll see offensively what the North Henderson Knights do here.
They're going to try to get it back on the road, but George, we've got a special guest here step in the booth with us. Maybe get a chance. I might give up my microphone, let you ask him a couple of questions.
1st down and 10 for the Knights. Pass complete, far side. It's Brody McMillan. from Woodring, the quarterback. There is a flag down on the far side, so we will check the marker here. Kevin Corbin, our representative, has joined us here on the broadcast. And as I saw you, I think it was last week at a volleyball game, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
And I said, you've been busy.
I've been very busy. Yeah.
Helping out.
Western North Carolina's been kind of a mess the last few days, but we're getting there. A lot of folks have come to the aid of their neighbors, and things are looking up. A lot of folks still out of their homes and having some hard times, but it's better than it was 2 weeks ago.
You know, North Henderson is the opponent for the Panthers tonight.
Yes.
A lot of folks watching.
Yep.
In Henderson County, maybe could make the trip. Hopefully they got internet. That'd be a good thing.
Yep.
So they're able to watch this tonight. What's your message from the state of North Carolina?
And they got hit hard over there, Asheville, Chimney Rock. I was over there with my friend Senator Tim Moffitt, and just our heart goes out to all those that have lost. And we're here for you. We passed a package this week, and we're trying to get some state money back this way. So.
On first down, it's Woodring. Gonna fire it out, far side, and it's incomplete over the head of Brody McMillan. That'll bring up second down and 10. But I know that you're keeping everybody updated on Facebook. You have a lengthy post about every detail that could be imaginable, especially with the infrastructure. When you're talking about power, when you're talking about internet, which power and internet are almost interchangeable nowadays.
Right. And most of us, myself included, were out of power, internet, and phone service for a number of days, and our utility folks worked very hard. Duke Power's gotten it down to about 50,000 people still out now, and out of a 1.3 million at one time. So those guys have done a great job.
In the backfield, nowhere to go for Mason Gasperson, senior for the Purple Knights. It's going to be snowed under at about the 48-yard line. It's going to be a 4-yard loss. So third down and about 13 upcoming for the North Henderson Knights. You know, we were really lucky here in Macon County. We've talked about it in the pregame show and throughout the week, how lucky we seem to be. There were about 40 structures in this county alone that were damaged by flooding, by trees and stuff. But it really pales in comparison to Henderson County, to Haywood County.
That's right. Macon and Jackson were both damaged some, but most of the damage in my district was Haywood and Transylvania, and, of course, over toward Buncombe and Polk and Rutherford.
Even down the far side, receiver fell down, no flags, and it's going to bring out fourth down. And assuming the punting unit will come on for Coach Dinwiddie, and here it comes. They'll punt things away.
4th and 13. Well, George, thanks for having me on. I'm going to give Byron back his microphone. Thank you for what you guys do and your communication to all our folks. And just God bless everybody out there that's listening. Those are still needing help or need help, please contact your local law enforcement, emergency services if there's anything you need, and we'll try our best to get it to you. And in the meantime, you guys enjoy the game. Okay? Thank you, Byron.
Appreciate it. Kevin Corbin, our representative, he's been a busy man trying to get things going. And it's a muff punt. Panthers pick it up. Touchdown, Lance Parker. My, oh, my.
Well, it comes quick. That's 2 touchdowns that have come directly as a result of the play of number 36, the freshman, Garrett Young. This time breaks up the punt.
We missed the punt.
It's okay.
There it goes.
Trust me. Garrett Young stuck the kid, fumble, and Lance Parker there to pick it up, makes it to the end zone. Man, 2 huge plays so far by the freshman, Garrett Young.
Daniel Riddle will, again, attempt an extra point. 7:09 left first quarter, and the Panthers are now up 21-0. Portions of tonight's action on FPSN proudly brought to you by Highlander Roofing. Maybe you need your roof replaced. Maybe you had some hurricane damage. Well, doing that can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof or maybe a repair, maybe it's gutters, they can do that. They're the folks to call. Offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Also, Portions of tonight's broadcast brought to you by Corbin Dental. Kevin's son, Matt Corbin, locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service to the community, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And they bring you the Athlete of the Month, and they had the presentation, the Athlete of the Month for September earlier before tonight's contest. Kick is away about the 13-yard line. It'll be gathered in by Derek Williams. Williams runs into a wall, and he's up to the 26. That's where the Knights will take over first down and 10 for this first half of this quarter. From about the 20-yard line to the 50-yard line has been where most of the scrimmaging has taken place, and that's where the North Henderson Knights find themselves again at the 27.
We mentioned earlier tonight missing the services of Will Sinclair, but I've got to take a second, George, to brag on Daniel Riddle, number 17, getting a lot of action tonight already. Quite a few kickoffs there and 3 extra points. Daniel, as Matt Corbin and I were talking just a minute ago, quite a renaissance man, playing multiple sports. What kills me about Daniel is how talented he is away from the sports field. So musical, plays many instruments in the band. Just an impressive young man. And if that's not enough, he has one of the finest beard and hair combos of any high school student I have ever seen. I told Matt Corbin, I said if he was 6'4" and had that beard and hair and he was the first one off the bus, we'd scare people to death. But congratulations, Daniel. Quite a young man you are. I went to the sports banquet last year, George. I think it was a sports banquet where he did the national anthem before.
Yes, you're right.
Just amazing. Really talented young man.
Nothing doing on first down, a gain of a yard. Woodring shotgun for the Purple Knights. Again, it's a handoff, and again, nothing doing. It's Gasperson again as the Panthers are dominating the line of scrimmage early on in this one. But again, a loss of yardage is going to be a loss of 4 on second down. It'll bring up 3rd and 12. Here's the replay.
Lance Parker gets up in there quick, makes the initial contact. Nice tackle by Avery Carpenter coming in there to finish up the play. And right now, once again, up front is where this game is just being dominated by the Franklin Panthers.
3rd and 12. Woodring, deep drop. Pump fakes, and now just going to go out of bounds. He did gain a yard, so it's not a sack, but nowhere near the first down marker. It'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the punting unit once again.
North Henderson came into tonight's game. We didn't get a chance to talk about this with a 2-2 record. Notable losses to teams traditionally pretty good in this area, Hendersonville High School and West Henderson High School. One of their wins coming against Owen.
Yep.
And this team tonight struggling to get it going offensively.
We'll see if they can get the punt out. It is a squib, I guess you could say. Was it hit by Panthers? The question. It was.
Incredible.
Wow. Do we have a replay on that? No, we missed it because we were focused on the return man. Okay.
I was afraid that was the case, and I don't know. I didn't catch who it was, but I did see it ricochet off of, and it was not a lineman.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a replay. Oh, well. So it's going to be the North Henderson.
That's not an everyday play.
Night football in Panther territory at the 45. It'll be first down for Coach Jim Beatty and his Purple Knights. Woodring being flushed. Tries to turn the corner now, just takes a slide and then gets hit. No flags come out. Woodring able to gain a couple of yards. And that'll bring up 2nd and about 9. As we tick under 5 minutes left here in this first quarter. If you just joined us, you're probably wondering, my goodness, it's only 10 minutes till 7 they're playing. That was an earlier kick tonight, 6:30 kickoff to get the boys back and the fans back from North Henderson as quickly as possible. I was told that they have lifted the curfew in Henderson County. There was a curfew for a good portion of the past 2 weeks in Henderson County. I believe there's still one in Haywood County. The second down and 8 as Woodring takes out, hands to Gasperson. And Gasperson is hit at about the 44, 43-yard line. Maybe a gain of a yard at the most. Looked like Attic Sutton in on the tackle.
No gain. 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8. Got whistles now. Maybe an equipment issue here. Braylon Desarn may have something up with his equipment, so they will work through that. Portions of tonight's action on YouTube and Facebook brought to you by Longview Baptist Church in Franklin. Do you attend? You experience Reformed theology, expository preaching, and Christ-centered worship. Since 1942, right across from Ruby Cinemas. Come grow with us at Longview Baptist Church or online at longviewbc.org. 3rd and 8 as we took under 4 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't already, go ahead and share our post. You can follow us on both platforms. Braden Hervey.
Oh, my.
Takes him down behind the 50. They'll mark it at the 48. That's a huge loss and a sack of quarterback Caleb Woodring.
I'm just going to tell you guys at home right now, if you, a couple of you, is this kid really that good? I'm going to tell you something. That's pretty quick right there. Number 11, Braden Hervey. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. He came into this season in such different shape. And if you remember last year, he broke his collarbone early. He healed up. He tried to come back and get Smoky Mountain. Had a phenomenal game here in the Panther Pit. Broke it again. Was out for the rest of the season. But nobody was more ready for football this year than Braden Hervey.
Clean punt that time. At least it looked like it off the leg. The Panthers will recover it quickly. Don't want to take any chance. Ty Carver jumps on it. And the Panthers will take over at about their 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
That had to be tipped by Lance Parker. But, again, the story so far is that it doesn't matter what the Purple Knights are doing from the line of scrimmage. Franklin is just absolutely manhandling up front. They're in the backfield. And on these punts, it's probably the scariest thing that the Purple Knights have done so far. I'm not so sure they wouldn't just go for it because these punt situations, if not for a really folly situation, have been disastrous.
Pitch in the backfield for about a maybe 6 or 7 yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and short for the Panthers. As it went to
Damian Bowles.
Damian Bowles, yeah. First carry for Bowles. Gain of 6.
Damian, one of quite a few Franklin Panthers that showed up on Sutton Lane the other night to help load some hay as it went out, donated to different farms in western North Carolina. A slew of the football players were out there helping. Braylon Desarn, Cantino, McGaha, and quite a few others.
That's Desarn with the catch, but he is slung down at the line of scrimmage. In fact, he may have lost a yard. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 now for the Panthers, ticking under 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Yeah, there's been a tremendous effort by the athletic program, not just the football players, but the entire program here at Franklin High to give back, to volunteer, and help out any way that they can through the hurricane relief efforts that are continuing to progress. 3rd down. Anderson Terrell drops, fires, and it is incomplete as Desarn went up, tipped it in the air, and then thought he was going to catch it on the carom as he went to the carpet. 4th down, and looks like the punting unit will come out for the first time.
He gave it a really good try. And, yes, oddly enough, for the first time, the Panther offense. Of course, now, I've got to admit, we've not seen a ton of the Panther offense. Had 2 defensive touchdowns, or 2 big plays defensively. that got us either a score or down to the 1-yard line. But we will punt it here, and I believe the change tonight, instead of Will Sinclair, we're going to have the quarterback, Andrew Terrell, back to punt.
Anderson. You did it.
I did it. I did it. Kim, kill me. I'm in trouble with somebody. Andrew, if you're listening, I don't even hear it. I'll only take criticism from Sweet Andrew.
I haven't
done
it yet. I've called him Anderson throughout the night.
Kim said, why don't you just call him Bubs? That's what I call him in person. I don't know why I'm trying to dress it up.
Yeah, well, you're just being formal.
Yeah.
Just being formal.
From here on out, let's just call him Bubs. Bubs Terrell.
71 seconds left here in the first quarter. 21-0. Panthers with the advantage. It's the North Henderson Knights with it at the 30-yard line after the punt. It was a nice punt, by the way, by Henderson. All the way down to the 30.
If his grandfather were still here, he would I never heard him call him anything but Bubs.
We've got a whistle and looks like a timeout going to be called by head coach Jim Beatty. And they're going to talk things over. Portions of tonight's action here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Brought to you by First Citizens Bank, founded in Smithfield, North Carolina, and managed by the same family for over 3 generations. They've been helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. It's First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. Well, this week with the High School Athletic Association announcing what they were going to do to the folks affected by missed ball games, they decided to lengthen the regular season by a week and push the playoffs back to November 15th. That'll be the first round. Here's the updated schedule, but as you see at the very bottom, schedule subject to change. And I don't know if this has ever happened, at least since I've been involved. I don't think that Franklin has participated in a varsity Tuesday night game, but that's going to happen on this coming Tuesday, October 15th, and that's going to be a 5 o'clock start in Waynesville. That was just determined this afternoon. I got the text about that. Back to action out of the timeout. 1st and 10. Firing incomplete. Woodring trying to hit his intended man, McMillan, at about the 40-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I encourage even our loyal FPSN fans, that November 1st date, if that holds against Pisgah, that is a big night here in this Panther pit. Potentially, definitely the last regular season game we will see here. We don't know what's going to happen with playoffs, but should be a big night and hopefully one where we recognize some of the familiar faces and stories about the Panther pit over the last 75 years. So make plans to be here on November 1st, and what a great night, what a great opponent, right? Pisgah is going to bring a big crowd, and what a great way to shut this place down. Should be an important game, George.
It should be, depending on what happens. Obviously, Pisgah, Tuscola, all conference teams have a lot of ball games to make up. Tuscola is going to play. They're playing tonight. They're going to play Tuesday and next Friday. That's a lot of football in a short amount of time.
Wow.
3rd down and 10. Woodring, deep drop, now being flushed. And he's going down. Flag comes out. Was that a flag or a beanbag?
Yeah.
That's a flag. Yeah.
It is a flag, and probably a hold there, trying to protect his quarterback. Had been beat and trying to make sure his quarterback didn't get his teeth knocked out of his head. But, again, the offensive line for North Henderson not providing a ton of protection tonight for their quarterback. Not a whole lot of offense taking place, and they're in another situation here. If you are some of our friends sitting over there on the North Henderson side, this is nerve-wracking. You're getting ready to punt again because it just has not worked out so far.
Well, let's look at that schedule once again as we're in a timeout. I believe Coach Brooks decided to call timeout and talk things over here. And you were mentioning that November 1st date after that date, Byron, we really don't know about the availability of the Panther pit with construction supposed to begin in November. Next Friday, a week from today, they're going to have the groundbreaking here at the pit, actually, on the 18th. Franklin does not have a ball game now next Friday. That game has been moved to November the 8th at Smoky Mountain,
which was the original slot where we were playing T.C. Robertson here. So a lot of things.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Franklin has lost a home game.
Yeah.
Because T.C. Robertson, obviously in Buncombe County, and who knows when they will actually go to school. I think that's the main focus right now in Henderson or in Buncombe County, is getting back into the schools and back into the classroom, much less football. So the Knights will kick it away. And it's going to be angled far side and roll to the 48. That's where Franklin will take over 1st and 10 as we have some more Scooby-Doo smoke coming across the field. I smell it up here in the box.
Thick. And a good segue, as you mentioned, Buncombe County. Yeah. Some of our viewers here tonight know personally that we have friends over in Buncombe County that were so devastatingly affected by what happened with Helene, and I'm talking about the Craig family. You've probably seen it on the news. It's been picked up by national news, and, of course, local news has covered it. But Brian Craig, who is a football coach there at AC Reynolds, tragically lost 11 members of his family, including his mother and father, in what essentially was a mudslide there in the Fairview community of Asheville. Just a devastating loss, one that is close to my family, as we know them very well, and just want to send out prayers for that family, for that community, for everyone in that family, and so many heart-wrenching stories about what happened that night in what they call Craigtown in Fairview, to not only the Craig family but even volunteer people who are trying to save and help others. Just a heart-wrenching story. So wanted to mention that, George. Prayers to that family and prayers to that community, as many others have been affected. So,
and I'm for certain that many of these players that you see in white and purple tonight have also been affected.
Yes,
by loved ones that perished or friends. It's just so heart-wrenching, and again, we come on tonight with heavy hearts, but knowing that moving forward, football is a part of it.
That's right.
And you have to move forward. 5 seconds left, 3rd down and 6. Anderson Terrell in the gun. Grabs that snap, going to hand it to Hervey. Hervey shakes one defender, now going to reverse field. Hervey, as the horn sounds at the 40, going to weave across the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Hervey able to gain about 20 yards, and he was dancing. There is a flag back at about the line of scrimmage.
Incredible run. Unfortunately, it will not stand. But again, what an athletic effort to make something out of nothing. Watch this. It's cut off here. He reverses field. I think what's most impressive to me about Braden is he's not only moves his feet so well, but he throws his shoulders like a real running back. His change of direction and his ability to shift and turn and even fake is something we don't see all the time in the Panther pit.
That's the end of the first quarter, so let's take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. 3rd down and 16 upcoming for the Panthers after the quarter break. 21-0 Franklin so far dominating this ball game. And a turnover and a couple of block punts mixed in there. Let's see what Coach Josh Brooks dials up on 3rd and long now, at 3rd and 16. It'll be shotgun for Anderson Terrell. Looks to fire deep. Has a receiver. It's Parker. He's got it. All the way down to the 16-yard line.
Nice hook up there between Bubs and Lance Parker. Bubs out of the shotgun. Little drop here and just lets it fly. And Lance Parker only had to slow up just a little bit, but a great job hauling that in and fun to watch.
Sure is. So all the way, they're going to mark it at the 16 now officially. As you can kind of see, the smoke halo. I don't know what they're doing across the way over there. Some
I was going to say
smoke or
that eerie smoke.
Yeah, a campfire or something going. That's what it smells like. It's wood burning. Terrell fires. Again, it's Parker, and he's down to the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal there.
Oh, how fun. Down here in the red zone, and Bubs Terrell is slinging it around.
Watch him set his feet here and fire this one. This is beautiful.
Well, very athletic and a really good arm strength. And Lance presents himself as a big target down there, so that's a lot of fun. And you can tell how much we feel like we're in command of this game. We're throwing the football down there in the red zone, so don't know that that'll happen again right here. I think we might just go ahead and plug this one in. You got number 11 in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a betting man in this stadium, I think he's getting it.
A little pop pass to Dezarn.
Nice.
And Dezarn going to find the end zone.
That's why I'm in the booth and not on the field, George. What a nice little play here drawn up by the Panthers.
Wow.
Braylon Dezarn thought about going outside and just kicks it back up the middle there. Great play.
So the extra point going to be attempted by Daniel Riddle. Panthers up now 27-0. Of course, coming up at the half, it is homecoming. One thing we have not mentioned, I don't think, so far in our broadcast, it is homecoming here at the Panther.
The
Panther Pit, the final homecoming here at this inclination of the Panther Pit. And, of course, we will have the festivities that are the homecoming court at the half in its entirety. We'll have the crowning of the 2024 homecoming queen. That'll be happening at the half, which will be a lengthy one. There are 12 young ladies that will be announced and will come on, and then we will crown a homecoming queen. Glad you're with us. It's about 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. Maybe you just decided, hey, well, let's see if the Panthers are playing tonight and tuned in. And we started a little bit early. 6:30 was the kickoff. A little earlier tonight. It's going to be even earlier on a Tuesday night of football coming up on the 15th, next Tuesday at Tuscola. 5 o'clock now. They have moved that one up. And I was told by Warren Winchester that North Henderson wanted to play this game, Byron, at 5:30, but they couldn't get officials here.
Yeah. These officials are working class folks as well. Hard for them to get here. And
Landon Ashline is going to be hemmed in and dropped after about a 30-yard kick return.
Glad we were able to hem him up. But that just goes to show, too. I mean, that's just not but maybe 2 feet from him breaking that and scoring. And that's when I get back to how important all 3 phases of the game are. He had a running start, man. It's hard when a guy gets – that's like a center fielder stepping back and then being able to take a straight run at a fly ball. He's going to catch it and be able to throw somebody out at home. Same concept there with all his momentum.
Knights will now scrimmage on the 43 of their very own, trailing 28-0. Hand in the backfield, nothing doing once again. Slung down. Mason Gasperson. Carver in there on the tackle for the Panthers. About a 3-yard loss. It'll push it back to the 40-ish yard line. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Purple Knights.
George, while we have just a second here before this play, I do hope you get a chance to share the package you put together, the volunteer effort coordinated by Ben Van Hook and really his family and his extended friends there. Very remarkable. I'm sure you were impressed just putting it together.
On second down, I think that pass was partially tipped. Caleb Woodring trying to get it out in the flat. It'll be incomplete.
Once again, trying to do it under pressure, though. But back to the video. Yeah. I hate we didn't get to show it to everybody tonight. And, again, I'm always afraid we're going to miss somebody's name up here. But I got to tell you, there are many different people in our area with relief efforts. I know even my brother-in-law, Corey McCall, Outdoor 76, has been doing stuff. But the scale at which the I guess it's called Great 2-8 distribution, which started out in the old Kmart, now has moved to Discover Church. What Ben Van Hook and Amy and that bunch have been able to do with that, it's just amazing.
Well, we've got a timeout. So we will take a quick timeout as well. Be back to the Panther Pit right after this.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back as the timeout is in the books. Panthers have 2 timeouts left, and the Knights have 1. 3rd down and 13. Here on homecoming night. Woodring flushed. He's going to take off, has some green grass. Woodring hemmed in out of bounds at the 50. He's going to be about 3, maybe 4 yards shy of the first down. So 4th down upcoming for Coach Jim Beatty. And the Purple Knights will see what they decide to do. You're down 28-0. You really don't have much to lose at midfield. It looks like they're going to keep the offense out and go for it here on 4th and 3.
Interesting thing about that play, George, according to Ronnie Van Hook over here beside me, even with that positive yardage that Woodring just picked up on that play, North Henderson negative total offensive yardage in the first half, even after that play right there.
Yeah, they're going to keep the offense out. On reverse, I don't know if he got it. Landon Ashline is going to be close. I think he's going to be a yard shy. Here's the replay. We'll see where we got. Yep, it's going to be short.
Yeah, it didn't look close here. Take it off that right side and got the initial hit by Attic Sutton. That play made by number 30, the junior captain, Attic Sutton, whose tackle there resulted in a change of possession for the Panthers.
I heard there's well over $1,000 in points collected.
So the Panthers take over at midfield. They'll mark it down at the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. And again, coming up at the half, it is homecoming, and we'll have those festivities. Also, coins for conference taking place. You may have seen our interview with Becca Brooks. We talked about that last Friday. We posted it on our social media channels. That's why you need to follow us if you haven't already. Good information. Take it up. Coins this week, raising funds for hurricane relief for all the conference schools, wore conference schools colors in support of all of our friends and neighbors in Henderson, Haywood, and the conference that have been affected by the flooding. 9:16 left. It's going to be 1st down for the Panthers at the 38. We will post that interview that we didn't get to because our router got unplugged and we went off. in the pregame show that we had spent a day working on, and Murphy's Law. We will post that on our social media channels, talking about what the fine folks are doing of the Discover Church, great 828 Relief Distribution Center, Western North Carolina Distribution Center. We talked to a couple that drove all the way from New Hampshire here this week to volunteer. And
That's
they were
incredible.
there, and we were talking to them, and they've got donations coming in from all over the United States. Really unbelievable.
And that's it. That's what I want people to understand is I talked to Ben Van Hook yesterday and gave him a hard time about letting his sister Amy sleep a little bit. But they can't because they've got people, I mean, literally supplies coming from everywhere. And although we're naturally proud of what our Appalachian brethren have done during this crisis, God bless the USA, I guess is all I can say, because the story of the family or the couple from New Hampshire, folks from Alabama, folks from the Midwest, all over, delivering and coordinating relief for Western North Carolina.
That was the question that I asked this couple from New Hampshire. How did you find out about this place? And she said, Facebook stalking, just doing a lot of searching on Facebook. And we talk about how Facebook has its positives and its negatives.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the efforts that we have seen in this area, not just in Macon County, but across really the country and especially the Southeast, has been remarkable. And a big reason is because of social media. The pictures that were put out there by regular citizens that folks saw, and then the groups that were formed and the messaging that can take place on social media. It has its negatives, but there's a lot of positives. And I think we're seeing that.
It does. I mean, it's probably how people found out about the devastation so quickly. Unfortunately, it's also how people are finding out stories that are a little untrue.
Garrett Young is going to scoot his way inside the 20, about the 16, into the red zone. The Panthers march. Yeah, that disinformation stuff is what you're talking about. And, you know, we talked about this in our meeting on, I think it was Wednesday, Byron. We talked about this broadcast. We talked about how we're going to approach it. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I was told, you've been told, we've read, we've seen. We don't know for sure if that is accurate or not, even from some reputable sources that have told me some stuff. So we're going to just keep the positive vibes here tonight and not really go deep into the weeds.
And I even hate using the word disinformation because we have politicians use it so often as a way to basically delegitimize accurate information that they don't like. But in this case, I think we can all agree that some story has popped up that seemed, and that's, I'll be honest with you, to be fair, what's made it so hard, George, is stuff has happened that you just could not believe.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, the words used early were biblical flooding, right? Acts of God. But so our mind's been open to all these things that are possible, but it only takes a few bad apples with social media, which does not rank or qualify anybody to be able to spread the news, by the way. If you didn't know that, go look at some of the people posting. But unfortunately, there's been –
that's Braden Hervey catching the swing pass, and he is in 16 yards out and adds 6 more to the board for the Panthers.
Spreading bad news, but here's some news that's not so bad. Number 11, this is not fake news or disinformation. Number 11 is good. And when you try to bottle him up from the backfield, Coach Josh Brooks has so much faith in him and so much faith in Bub Sterrell. He'll put him out wide.
It's like we got a flag. We're going to wipe off the touchdown. Did not see the flag. Where it was on the far side, over about at the first down marker, about the 15-yard line. So
let's do it again.
Wipe it off the board. Braden Hervey going to back it up 5, and it'll be 1st and 15 now.
Let's do it again.
6:07 left here in the second quarter on homecoming night at the Panther Pit.
You know what I love about these situations right here too is Anderson Terrell's learning how to be a quarterback in the red zone.
Yep.
And throwing it.
Braden Hervey gets the call once again, and he's going to be hemmed in and dropped at the 20-yard line.
Hervey on the carry.
Gain of about a yard for Braden Hervey, so we'll bring up 2nd and 14.
There will be a point in this season, I promise you, as we go on, and if the Franklin Panthers are going to make the type of run I think they're capable of right now, they're going to be teams that sell out to stop number 11 and basically force us to find another way to move the football. And nights like tonight where you've got a 4-touchdown lead in the second quarter, you've got a very capable quarterback back there, and Josh Brooks is letting him throw it around a little bit. That's only good stuff for us down the road.
Terrell on the bootleg, fires, complete. 15, about the 13 goes Damian Bowles. Marking him at about the 12.
Shot down about the 11 or 12-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd down and short here. We'll see 3rd about 5-6 yards to go. As the clock ticks under 5 minutes left in the first half. Glad you're with us. George Young, Byron McClure, Philip Angel, our executive producer tonight, Joshua Chastain, on our camera tonight. Glad that you are with us. Wherever you may be, I did see that Tennessee had checked in. I'm trying to see some of the comments here. Kingsport, Tennessee, checked in on our Facebook chat. It's Attic Sutton with the carry, and he's going to be hemmed in for no gain. 4th down upcoming.
Didn't fool anybody on that one. Attic's wrapped up pretty quickly, and that'll bring on the kicking unit. And
who's it going to be?
Aforementioned Renaissance man, Daniel Riddle.
Yeah, it's going to be Riddle. Yeah. Sinclair battling an injury. Hopefully he'll be back in the coming weeks. So Daniel Riddle will attempt a 30-yard field goal out of the hold of Aiden Pitts. Got the distance, and it is good. Daniel Riddle nails a 30-yard field goal with 4:21 left in the second. Panthers now up 31-0 as we head to break. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back as the Panthers get set to kick it away. And it'll drop at about the 9-yard line. Going to be picked up there by Derek Williams. And Williams up to about the 25. That's where the Purple Knights will scrimmage. 1st down and 10. 4:14 left here in the second. Portions of tonight's broadcast on FPSN, brought to you by Corbin Dental, locally owned dental practice, providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. Deep local roots, a passion for service to the community. That's Corbin Dental, and they take pride in providing world-class care right here at home. So the Purple Knights, this is about their average starting field position, about the 25. Woodring going to fire it in the flat, nothing doing for Gasperson. Carver in there on the tackle. He will sling him down for about a 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14 upcoming as we tick under 4 minutes left here. Second quarter. They are going to invite all of the former homecoming queens back to tonight's homecoming festivities on the track to celebrate homecoming for the final time here in the Panther Pit. Woodring out of the gun. And a flat pass is going to be complete. And up to about the original line of scrimmage for a 4, maybe 5-yard gain. Somebody got laid out. Do we have a replay? We need to see this here. I don't exactly know what happened.
I don't either. But it was.
I think it was Garrett Young.
It must have been violent because somebody. Oh
no, he was.
No.
He was on top of him.
That was Aiden Sizemore took a good shot.
Yeah,
man,
he's injured.
Now I see Aiden walking off, I believe.
Yeah, it's the Knight that is injured.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to get up and be okay. It looks like it is Derek Williams that was injured on the far side. And maybe another North Henderson Knight that was injured. Or did he lose his helmet? Either way, it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Purple Knights. As they'll scrimmage from their own 31-yard line. Stops the clock, does the injury with 3:14. Now the clock's going to continue to run. As we approach halftime, a reminder at the half, you can stay with us for the entire homecoming festivities. And they will crown a homecoming queen, of course.
North Henderson struggling offensively tonight against the Panthers. One other game this year they struggled offensively, and that was against the Hendersonville Bearcats. Only 7 points against Hendersonville, and honestly, tonight, I think if Franklin wanted to, could probably shut them out. It's just total mismatch here. But listen, that's nothing against North Henderson. Franklin defense has been pretty much doing this all year, George.
Yeah, that's been one of the most impressive parts of this 2024 Panther team. I think it's the defense.
To me, it is the most impressive part. There's no doubt that we've had, first of all, I'll just say it like it is. Anytime you have the best player on the field, which we have every game we've lined up.
He's got the ball right now.
But having the best player on the field does not hurt. Don't get me wrong. But
shoestring tackle away for breaking. That one was Braden Hervey, and it's into North Henderson territory. They're going to mark him out at about the 42.
But when your defense, and here's Braden Hervey on the return. Look, I really like the way he moves. He just sets stuff up, and he's got speed. Guys, he's a competitor, too. I know that. But it really, George, to get back to what we're saying, it's the defense, man. Yeah. That is where Coach Bradley and everybody on that defensive staff, man, what a difference a year makes, right? I mean, just stingy so far this year. And if not for some blowouts where we've been getting some reserves time, I think we'd have more shutouts.
Pass incomplete as he was trying to hit Brock Bradley. So he sat down in the zone to bring up 2nd down and 10. And offense gets the headlines. Offense is flashy. People cheer for the big runs and the big touchdowns. But if you've got a good defense,
that's what's fun, man.
You'll be able to carry that through thick and thin because the offense sometimes won't show up. Or the opposing team has a pretty good defense.
That's it. Defense travels, and defense is what wins championships, they say. So that's why I'm really high on the ceiling for this year's Panthers.
Hervey tiptoeing his way. He's got the 1st down. Hervey still moving. And he's out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. It's about a 14-yard gain for Braden Hervey.
And I'm in the words of the GOAT, the ceiling is the roof, I think, for the Panthers this year.
You're not talking about Neon Dion.
No. I'm talking about the GOAT.
Oh, that's right.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, the other GOAT.
Yeah.
Right. Forgot about that. He did say that, didn't he?
Yeah. Right. And since he said it, it's okay, George.
You're right.
Write that down.
Yeah, exactly. Alex Sutton on the carry to the 25-yard line.
Gain of 3, 2nd down, 7.
2nd and 7 as we tick under 2 minutes left here in this second. Work quickly now. 2nd and 7. A deep drop for Terrell. Fires over the middle.
Nice.
Caught. Touchdown. Nice. Franklin, wow, what a pass, Peyton King.
Number 22 there for North Henderson, just really stopped on the route. You see him just get lost.
Yeah.
And that gave who is that? Who is that for us?
Peyton
King. All right. I know his dad.
Yeah.
Way to go,
In
Peyton.
fact, I think he's down in the end zone where he just scored.
He's down there doing backflips at the moment.
If you don't know, that is Blair King, the principal at Franklin High School's son. And it's now 38-0 with 1:39 left. Here in the second, we will take a break. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. 1:39 left. 38-0. Panthers dominating the North Henderson Knights. As once again the Panthers will kick it away. Something that has happened a lot tonight. It's Riddle that'll tee it up and kick it as the Knights drop back, and it's a muff into the end zone. It goes. He's going to take it out. It's Williams. And Williams going to try to find a little bit of a seam, but he is out of bounds inside the 10. It'll be a big hole for North Henderson with 1:29 to go here in the second.
Eyes got a little bit big right there. I'm not sure I want to let that go, but nonetheless, some really poor starting position for North Henderson on the 7-yard line. And that Franklin defense that has just been so stifling tonight takes the field once again. And, you know, it's crazy. I could name you all 11 players and tell you something that so far, even in a few games, George, what great plays they've made. I mean, these kids are flying around. Their pursuit to the football is top-notch. Tackling, they just seem to throw themselves around in a way that really the best defensive players ever, that's what they do. They're reckless. They disrupt. And the defensive line, all the way to the back end of this defense, what a major improvement in just a year.
The clock's going to continue to roll. We're approaching a minute left. On second down. A couple yards, positive yardage for Parker Willis. Herbie gets in on tackles. About 40 seconds left. We'll see if they make this the final play of this first quarter. Looks like they're going to have to snap it one more time. 28 seconds on the play clock.
Lance Parker got back there but was not able to get hold of Parker Willis, and made a little bit more out of it. But as you said, it's probably doesn't matter right here. They're going to – North Henderson going to go to the halftime and try to figure out something they can do good here in the second half.
Willis again on the carry. He is going nowhere, and that should do it. As the clock ticks to double zeros, we are at the half here at the Panther Pit.
You know, George, I'm going to say something. It just hit me right after I said that. North Henderson trying to do something good in the second half. Let me. I'm not taking myself to task, but I will say, how about them just showing up here is pretty damn good.
Oh, absolutely.
Pretty damn good. And if you're coaching over there for North Henderson, hats off to you, because I can't imagine what it was like for you.
I can't either. Having
to turn around and just tell your kids, hey, we're going to go play football. We're gonna try to get back to some bit of normalcy, which I am not saying is wrong. Please do not take it that way. I'm just saying it's tough. It's tough if you are trying to find anybody who's ever been around football. Football players are supposed to be crazy, right? Yep. They got that look in their eyes. They're slobbering. They're foaming at the mouth. And right now, these kids from North Henderson and in all that area over there, probably hard for them to get that way. So hats off to this purple team for being here, for dressing out, for showing up, respecting the game, respecting the schedule, and doing their best. So I just wanted to correct myself there before I went any further, so thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break here. As you see, the band and the homecoming court is getting set to come out onto the field. We'll take a break, and when we come back, the homecoming court 2024. Stay with us.
State, but I lost the first round, so I'd like to go a little farther. And I'm Macy Stork, and I'm a senior. I played on the first middle school tennis team when I was in 6th grade, played 3 years on the middle school team, and then played all 4 years for Franklin High School. I got started by one of my past teachers. My 4th grade teacher actually got me into it, and then my coach, who's my coach now, started doing little practices, and me and the 4 seniors who play currently all started playing together. Coming into the season, I know that we've done so good in the past, so obviously you want to keep that going, but there's a whole different group of girls. So for the beginning, I just wanted to figure out kind of the team and how we bond together and how we'll play. And then for the rest of the season, I would like to make it farther in individuals than I did last year. So I made it a state, but I lost the first round, so I'd like to go a little farther. And then for the team, I'd like to push my team to make it past the semifinals this year.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Student body of Franklin High School. A special thanks to April Flowers and Emma Letford for making this night extra special. The representatives from the freshman class are Miss Jacqueline Balderas Gonzalez. Jacqueline is a freshman and is the daughter of Javier Balderas and Odaliz Gonzalez. Her escort tonight is her father. Jacqueline is a member of the FHS marching band, the soccer team, and has practiced karate for 6 years. Miss Jacqueline Balderas Gonzalez. Up next, Miss Bristol McCrae Brooks. Bristol is a freshman and is the daughter of Josh and Becca Brooks. Bristol is a member of the varsity volleyball team, FCA Student Council, where she serves as freshman class president and is part of Kavad Volleyball Club. Bristol is a member of Prentice Church of God. Miss Bristol McCrae Brooks. The representatives from the sophomore class are Miss Kai Pelletier. Kai is a sophomore and is the daughter of Robert and Marissa Pelletier. Her escort tonight is her brother CJ. Kai is a member of the cross-country team, the indoor track and women's soccer team. Kai is a member of the FHS marching band, FBLA, math club, and National Honor Society. Miss Kai Pelletier. Miss Shelby Page Adams. Shelby is a sophomore and is the daughter of Seth and Nikki Adams. Her escort tonight is her father. Shelby is a member of the JV volleyball team, Interact Club, National Honor Society, and is an ambassador of Dig Pink, a breast cancer research organization. Shelby is also a member of Biltmore Church. Miss Shelby Adams. The representatives from the junior class are Miss Michelle Ortega Servin. Michelle is a junior and is the daughter of Miguel Ortega and Anna Servin. Her escort tonight is her father. Michelle is a member of the indoor and outdoor track teams and a member of National Honor Society. Miss Michelle Ortega Servin. Miss Sarah Grace Krupe. Sarah is a junior and is the daughter of Brian and Crystal Krupe. Her escort tonight is her father. Sarah is a member of the varsity volleyball team, student council, FCA and the Interact Club, student leadership, and the National Honor Society. Sarah is also a member of Franklin Church of God. Miss Sarah Krupe. Miss Elizabeth Cruz Rios. Elizabeth is a junior and is the daughter of Blas Cruz and Ruth Rios. Her escort tonight is her father. Elizabeth is a member of the women's FHS soccer team, student leadership, student council, where she serves as junior class president, FBLA, National Honor Society, math club, STEM club, and the outdoor club. Miss Elizabeth Cruz Rios. The representatives from the senior class. Miss Brianna Lynn Pelletier. Bree is a senior and is the daughter of Robert and Marissa Pelletier. Her escort tonight is her father. Bree is a member of the women's cross-country team, varsity women's soccer team. Bree is a member of Yearbook, FBLA, the Math Club, the Outdoor Club, National Honor Society, and Student Council, where she serves as this year's student body president. After graduation, Bree plans to attend a 4-year university and become a labor and delivery nurse. Miss Brianna Lynn Pelletier. Miss Nadia Faith Al. Nadia is a senior and is the daughter of Mina Al. Her mother is her escort tonight. Nadia is a member of the cross-country team, women's soccer team, and a member of Future Business Leaders of America, where she serves as the regional vice president. After graduation, Nadia plans to attend Western Carolina and major in physical education. Miss Nadia Faith Al. Miss Kyra Brooke Bowles. Kyra is a senior and the daughter of Trent and Amber Bowles. Her escort tonight is her father. Kyra is a member of the FHS varsity volleyball team, earning all conference honors, and she plays for Kavad volleyball team. After graduation, Kyra plans to continue her volleyball career at Maryville College. Miss Kyra Brooke Bowles. Miss Michaela Dwayne Sanders. Michaela is a senior and is the daughter of Skip Sanders and Jamie Waldrop. Her escort tonight is her father. Michaela is a member of the varsity volleyball team, earning all conference and all WNC second team honors, student council, where she serves as the student body president, vice president, National Honor Society, and Kavad Volleyball Club. She is also a member of Ridgecrest Baptist Church. After graduation, Michaela plans to attend Western Carolina and major in special education. Miss Michaela Dwayne Sanders. Miss Callie Lynn Queen. Callie is a senior and is the daughter of Justin Hodgen and Nicole Bates. Her escort tonight is her father. Callie is a member of the women's varsity volleyball and women's varsity basketball teams, where she has earned all conference and all WNC honors. After graduation, Callie plans to attend a 4-year university. Miss Callie Lynn Queen. Tonight is our last homecoming here at the pit. Franklin High School crowned its first homecoming queen in 1953. After the crowning, joining us on the field will be former homecoming queens from 1959 to 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2024 Franklin High School homecoming court. Please welcome Principal Blair King and the 2023 homecoming queen, Miss Avery Moffitt. Assisting Mr. King and Avery tonight are our junior escorts, Quinn and Huxley Van Hook. Quinn and Huxley are the daughters of Rodney and Tiffany Van Hook. Walking with the junior escorts tonight is the 2023 homecoming maid of honor, Miss McCall Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present to you the FHS 2024 runner-up maid of honor, Miss Nadia Al. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Franklin High School homecoming queen is Michaela Sanders. How about another round of applause for our 2024 homecoming court?
So congratulations to Michaela Sanders, 2024 homecoming queen. Nadia Al, your first runner-up. Congratulations to all the ladies. Going back and compiling all these graphics. We have them from years past. And we played North Henderson in 2022, and it was homecoming. And almost all the ladies that are juniors and seniors I had on the list that year. Each year, they look forward to this, and this is a tremendous honor, and congratulations to Michaela Sanders.
Yeah, big deal for anybody, and Skip might be out of the homecoming queen maid of honor business. Old buddy, he's had to go out there quite a bit over the past few years. Had to put his suit on. So
he's a veteran of homecoming courts.
Yeah.
Well, it is 38-0 at the half. We've got about 6 minutes on the clock until we'll get to second half action. We'll come back, get you some stats courtesy of Rodney and Warren, and we'll get you set for the beginning of the third quarter right after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
McClure for three. Got it.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back, as we've got about 2.5 minutes until we'll kick off the third quarter here at the Panther Pit. Congratulations, Michaela Sanders, your 2024 homecoming queen. The final homecoming at the Panther Pit, as it will be demolished at the end of the season, and then they'll rebuild it about 100 yards to the left where we sit tonight. It's been a dominating first half for the Panthers, to say the least. Scoreboard says 38-0, and I'm not sure we have put a graphic up here like this before. -7 total yards for North Henderson, -20 yards rushing. They have 13 yards passing. And that turnover, the one thing that is not in the turnover column, there was a couple of block punts in there too that gave short fields for the Panthers to add on a couple more touchdowns.
Yeah, and amazingly enough, even with the score, we punted. Did we punt twice? We punted twice, didn't we? Yeah, so, I mean, if there's anything positive there for North Henderson, they did force us to punt a couple times. Of course, we had one touchdown call back for a penalty that forced us into a field goal situation. But that stat line right there is just that's the definition of domination. And we talked about it before the half, George. It does not hurt having number 11 on your team. So far, he's been the best player on the field any game I've been to. But defensively, you put him back there with Garrett Young and Attic Sutton and Braylon DeZarn and Waldrop up front and so many others, McGaha, Cook, so many, Sizemore, so many people contributing. Our defense is pretty good. It's pretty good, and it's good because the effort's there, the intensity's there, and it's tough to move the football on the Franklin Panthers this year.
No doubt about it. 38-0. Dominating performance. Will not start with a running clock. 42-point differential is the mercy rule in North Carolina for high school ball at the second half. So the Panthers will have to score a couple of more points to get over that 42-point threshold. So they're going to put 3 more minutes up on the clock that's ticking up in the corner. And we'll have warm-ups, and then we'll get to the third quarter. With the hurricane and the delay and all the devastation that is taking place, the High School Athletic Association did lengthen the season this week. On Wednesday, they said that the regular season can end on November 9th. So the Panthers will play Smoky Mountain on November the 8th. That's a Friday. The 9th is a Saturday. They're going to seed on November the 10th, which is a Sunday. Then the first round of the playoffs will begin on November 15th. Because of that, the Panthers and other teams in Western North Carolina are going to be able to make up some of the games, not all the games, that they missed. In fact, Franklin, if you see the schedule there on screen, is missing a non-conference game. That was supposed to be the final regular season game here at the Panther Pit on November the 1st against T.C. Robertson, but obviously Buncombe County and their water system is the biggest hang-up on getting schools back in session and getting things back to normal. in Buncombe County, and they don't really know when that is going to take place. So T.C. Robertson is obviously not playing football, so the Panthers went ahead and scheduled all the conference games, get all the conference games in. That really goes towards your standings in max preps and the standings in the state's eyes. So if you get 9 games in, you eliminate one game anyway when they seed everybody. Right. So it should come out in the wash, and everything will be cool.
Yeah, and I will tell you, even in the midst of all the devastation, I'm also just really sad for the student athlete at a place like Robertson, who maybe this is your senior year, and you had waited for it for so long to play football, and you're not going to. You might not at all, and if you do, it's going to be in a limited number of games. And I will tell you, that's sad. That's sad to me. And I know there's things that are worse. Don't get me wrong, but I do think that is so unfortunate for some of these kids. So our thoughts with them. But the most important thing for sure in that part of the world right now is restoring life to normal and just getting kids to school. And so hopefully that'll happen.
Yeah.
And, again, as I said earlier before the break, too, just amazing that North Henderson's here playing.
Really is. I mean, I was as shocked as a lot of folks. I talked to Bobby Cuppers up here at the booth way before this one, who were the only folks up here, and he was echoing my sentiments about the fact that he was shocked that we were going to be playing this one. And it's remarkable that Henderson County is able to function a little bit. I think next week they're going to go back to school, and they're going to try to get as many fall sports games in as they can, and credit the administration there and trying to do what's best for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, just the other night, WLOS had a piece about a residential area in their district, and I happen to be able to tie it to their district because the lady they interviewed, I know, is associated with the high school. And we're talking about this was a residential area that was cut off. Their road and bridge was washed off. People were having to basically come and throw supplies across, a divide in order to get in this community. So, again, the fact that these kids over here in the purple and white are here playing, I hope this, if nothing else, provides them with some sense of normalcy as they, try to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah. Well, we're glad that you're with us wherever you may be on YouTube and Facebook. If it is in Henderson County, we really appreciate you, and our hearts and our prayers go out to you. And you're one of the lucky ones because you've got internet and cell service.
Yeah.
Possibly if you are watching us and are a North Henderson fan. All right, both teams are back out, and looks like we're about to get the third quarter underway here on the final homecoming night here at the pit, as we just had the crowning of the 2024 homecoming queen. That was Michaela Sanders. Third quarter action as we kick it off is brought to you exclusively by Longview Baptist Church. Reformed theology, expository preaching, and Christ-centered worship. It's Longview Baptist Church. Been around since 1942, right across from Ruby Cinemas in Franklin. Come grow with them at Longview Baptist Church. Online, longviewbc.org. All right, I'm going to tee it up after the long homecoming halftime. It wasn't as long as we had in 2022 when you were at a wedding.
Yeah.
And it lasted 33 minutes.
That's right.
Came out with
that.
a flag because you only have a certain amount of time to get the festivities at the half in. And there's a fumble on the kick return.
On the return.
And the Panthers jump on it. Or is it North Henderson? It is going to be North Henderson football. Somehow they were able to scoop that one up. We'll see the replay.
Yeah, I think we did pounce on it, just unable to control it. Knocked out there by the kicker. Yeah, the Renaissance man. Look at he did a little fist bump there at the end. Daniel Riddle knocked it out, but unable to secure it were the Panthers. So North Henderson will start here on their 37. That's probably the best field position they've had.
Yeah, pretty close to it. They got it about the 40. It's a pretty good field position for the Knights to begin things here in the third quarter. Now swing it out. It's complete. Far side. Move it and shake it his way. Brody McMillan for a first down for the Purple Knights. Mark him up at about the 47.
Well, don't mark the Purple Knights dead just yet. I'm going to tell you something. On the first play, the kickoff return, those two plays, I've seen as much energy and explosiveness from them as I've seen all night. So that might have been a really touching talk they had in their halftime speech about being happy they were here and trying to make the most of it, because they do look like they have a little bit more sense of urgency than they did 45 minutes ago.
Pass in the flat, complete to Kleineck. Dylan Kleineck able to get up to about the 50, maybe the 49. That'll bring up second down, about 7 for the Knights. Just underway here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Longview Baptist.
Got some new folks out there on defense. Peyton Shelton. I see Damian Bowles.
Pass, or the handoff goes right up the middle for about a 3, maybe 4-yard gain. It's Willis right up the gut. Goes Willis for about a 4, maybe a 5-yard gain. Third down and 3 upcoming for the Purple Knights. A mark it at the 46-yard line.
Luke Schick has checked into the game.
Gosh, I like that LED down marker across the way. It's a great
It
view
is
of it
nice.
right there.
It's
I was talking to after this play. I'll relay this story about the chain gang. Pass is complete, pushing forward about a yard shy of the first down is Brody McMillan. He's going to bring up fourth down. I ran into a fella, recognized me, and we were talking football.
Who doesn't recognize you?
We were talking football, and he told me he was a chain gang member for the JV. And I said, oh, yeah, well, you guys got this fancy down marker. He says, well, they don't bring it out for the JV. I said, oh, okay, I get it. I get it now. It's new stuff. We just bring it out for the big show.
For Friday Night Lights. Yeah. That's good.
Fourth down, and they're going to keep the offense out. Well, Coach Jim Beatty, was it going to be a quick kick? No, they're going to keep the offense out. It's a straight quarterback keep right up the middle. And Gasperson took the direct snap, and he's able to pick up the first down to the 40-yard line.
Some new guys there on the interior line. Javier Acevedo in the game for Franklin. We'll try to get some of these newer jerseys to you as we spot them.
8:50 with the clock moving. First down, a bad snap. Gasperson took the direct snap, somehow got out of the first tackler, but he is not going to get out of the second, third, and fourth tackler. Casey Gasperson going to be sacked for about a 3-yard loss.
My man Damian Bowles got back there quick. Just put his head down, though. A little bit of form tackling practice will help Damian this week, but got back there quick, and luckily enough Panthers on the push to get to the quarterback.
So the mark forward progress to the 41-yard line. 2nd and 11 for the Purple Knights. Quarterback back in the gun, that is, and he is going nowhere. Woodring took the snap, but could not find anybody out in the flat. It looked like he wanted to pass it and get snowed under for a 3-yard loss. It's a sack for the Panthers defensively. 3rd and 13 upcoming.
Ty Carver in on the play for the Panthers, as well as Javier Acevedo. Got some new blood coming in. Number 52, Josh McGaha, checks into the game. It's always awesome if you are a reserve on a really good football team, you're going to get to play. These guys have got a lot of time so far this year.
Woodring pushed back at the original line of scrimmage. Bowles knocked him back.
Damian doesn't weigh a whole lot. He come up
Look at this.
fast,
Watch this
and it was
right
like a
here.
delayed reaction. I'm going to hit you,
Oh.
and then I go down. There we go. Damien's gotten all over the field tonight, though. That's two big plays I've seen him get to very quickly.
One. There you go. Yeah. And scroll down. Hit 2 again. 4th down. Keep the offense out. Going deep is Woodring, and he is going to airmail his intended receiver as he was trying to hit Kleinneck. That was on the post pattern far side, and the Panthers take over on downs.
Great job there by Franklin defense. A lot of new names and faces come on the field, but still the same result. Turnover on downs. North Henderson unable to connect on the 4th down play.
So 1st down and 10. 3rd quarter action on FPSN brought to you by Longview Baptist Church. Reformed theology, expository preaching, Christ-centered worship. Been around since 1942, across from Ruby Cinemas, Longview Baptist online, longviewbc.org. 1st down. Handoff to about the 46-yard line goes Talon Smith. And that'll be about a 6-yard gain for Smith. Do you have a new quarterback in? Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. Is that Paxton?
It is Paxton Sutton.
Paxton Sutton, the younger brother, the freshman brother of Attic Sutton. You can, if you're in the Panther pit here, you can hear his father, Mark, on the PA system. Got some other people in here as well. Well, no, Peyton Shelton and Mr. Hervey out wide there.
Well, Paxton Sutton swings one out. It's going to be complete. And it's Peyton Shelton. It gets up to the 49. It's going to be a yard shot, 3rd down and a yard upcoming for the Panthers. Let's get some scores. You know, we haven't checked the scoreboard with all the festivities happening. There are other games going on in Western North Carolina. We'll see if we can grab some here after this 3rd down play, if it'll load on my phone. It's always a wild card.
Weston Alberry and big Brady Norman on the field for the Panthers.
Right up the middle as Paxton gave him a little bit of a shove. And across the 50, it'll be a 1st down for the Panthers. Watch this.
And just as I mentioned those big linemen, that's exactly where they tuck up behind. Just pushed him through.
He said, go.
Tuck up behind that big old rear end of the lineman and just, that way.
Here's some scores. Rabun County up 21-7 over Oglethorpe. Robbinsville up over Murphy, 7-0. Big one in the Smoky Mountain Conference. A couple of yards on 1st down. 6-0 Hayesville over Swain. Swain's still looking for that first victory of the season. And I don't know if that's correct or not, but we have a 2-0 score, Tuscola and East Henderson playing tonight.
Interesting.
And that's about the only other scores that are coming in tonight.
A little 2-run double.
Pisgah and West Henderson playing at Bethel Middle School tonight.
God, that's what blows my mind. Where are the people going to go?
I don't know if they're going to allow people. Maybe like Western, no fans.
Maybe. That's the only thing that makes sense because –
well, I don't know if cell service is working out there because there's no score. Nobody's reporting that one.
No, there's not a really good cell service out that way.
On a good day.
Beautiful area, just not a lot of cell service.
Talon Smith fighting his way to the 45.
Across the 45-yard line. Picked up a 5. 3rd down and
This is good here. Again, we see the pull there by number 63, Weston Alberry, as they try to kick out and give Talon some room to run. It's going to set up a 3rd down and manageable.
3rd and about 5.
Yeah.
Drain this clock. We're down to 15 on the play clock as Paxton Sutton gets the play in from the sideline. Well, they've stopped the clock. 3:51 left here. With the play clock rolling down 2-1, he does get it off. Talon Smith chopped down. And he's going to lose about 2. Back to the 45. So 4th down upcoming for Coach Josh Brooks. Third quarter action here on FPSN. It's going quick. Brought to you by Longview Baptist Church. Find them online, longviewbc.org. Looks like the punting unit's going to come on, and we'll see who's going to punt it. It's going to be Anderson. It will be Anderson Terrell. That will punt it away.
Bubs.
Yep. Knock on wood. I haven't made that mistake.
Heretofore, Bubs.
No, Bubs gets it away. And fair catch signal, but they're going to watch it roll. And going to be picked up and then fumbled into the end zone. A whistle blew. What's the call?
I don't think they know yet. You've got to try to figure this out.
Here we go. Here's the replay. Okay, he picks it up. Well, he didn't ever pick it up. He just touched it. It should be a
so
touchdown.
He didn't have his two hands around it?
Okay. Look like it. Long discussion here.
Well, if this does end up being a score, what an odd way to start the running clock.
Well, a lot of.
I love what Attic Sutton's doing. He's going to go there and listen until they make him leave. That's what a leader does.
Now he's signaling touchdown, and it's a touchdown for the Panthers. Wow. Well, you know what? View our replay. Make the call at home. It looks like a touchdown to me because he didn't have firm possession of this game, of this football. He just touched it.
Clearly touched it.
And then it went into the end zone.
Oof.
It wouldn't be a muff.
Oof. That'll be something that's covered in practice. But again, the significance there is that sets the running clock in motion.
It hasn't started rolling yet.
Yeah, it hasn't. I don't know why.
Kick is up, and we've got a flag. Somebody asked in the chat that I don't have up right now, looking at the scores, was the cannon firing tonight? Yes,
it is.
Now we'll have smoke coming across the field from the cannon.
Can we capture it? Can we capture the smoke?
I get the Scooby-Doo smoke.
We can definitely see it here.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's the Scooby-Doo smoke.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy. That just looks like a bunch of kids meddling and messing up master criminal plans is what it looks like to me. That's a Saturday morning Scooby-Doo episode.
Daniel Riddle will attempt the point after touchdown once again. It's up, and it's good. 45. There's the cannon again. 45-0 here in the third quarter. 3:17 left here at the Panther Pit. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back as now some more Scooby-Doo smoke come across your screen. They fired the cannon again, and we get an encore.
I love it. It's part of, it's the pit.
It is. The Panthers have kicked it away. And again, another muff.
Man.
And this time it was a nice bounce. Weaving its way, carrying some tacklers up to about the 35-yard line.
Made something out of nothing
Watch
on
this
that
again.
one here. Boom, off the shoulder pads. Nice little carom, though. And just, he's had enough. He was going. I think North Henderson's in that direction, and that's the way he was heading.
There's the running clock. It's starting to roll. It started at 3:17, and it has continued to tick here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Knights, trailing 45-0. Do have a new quarterback in. Nope, it's still number 3 out there. Still Woodring. That's going to be incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Obviously a piece that North Henderson will have to work on moving forward. You got to be able to throw the football around when you need to, and quite frankly, they just haven't been able to do it tonight. Now, some of that's due, in fact, to the pressure that we brought early.
Yeah.
But
second and 10, 48 seconds, maybe the final play of this third quarter. Woodring swings it. It's complete. So about the 39, maybe the 40-yard line. He goes once again to Brody McMillan. 3rd and about 5. Coach Jim Beatty and his Purple Knights. And then 20 seconds on the game clock. They don't have to snap it here. There's 23 on the play clock. They'll get it off before the end of the quarter. Once again, McMillan. And McMillan able to get close to the sticks. I think he's going to be about a yard shot. Fourth quarter is coming up. Panthers dominating 45-0. We'll take a break.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Welcome back. 12 minutes up on the scoreboard. It will start ticking and tick quick as we're across that 42-point differential. 45-0. Panthers dominating from the word go in this one. Up 21-0 with about 8 minutes left in the first quarter. 4th down and a yard for the North Henderson Knights. Woodring, hands, 1st down and more. He's loose. Parker Willis still moving. Willis eventually knocked out of bounds at about the 25.
That's biggest play of the night for the North Henderson Knights, and be an opportunity to work on some tackling drills there for the Panthers, but something positive for North Henderson. And I'll continue to get some names in here. Liam Daniels in the game for the Panthers. Kaysen McAllister also out there for the Panthers.
Woodring's pass, it's going to be caught, but nothing much for Brody McMillan. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Woodring took a, no, that wasn't Woodring. Somebody took a tumble there. I'll say officially no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So, George, I guess people at home want to know what about Tuesday night? Are Are we going to make the trek to Waynesville, or are we going to?
We're going to be taking pictures for Fall Little League.
Okay.
Be honest with you, that was scheduled the morning of the day that they decided to play a Tuesday night football game.
Yeah.
And the Fall Little League schedule caught McMillan again. That was a nice catch. And now it's a 5 o'clock start.
Yeah.
And the biggest issue, honestly, that if they'd have played it later, we would have been able to do it. We can use bonded cell now for delivery of an internet signal. Cell signals terrible in Haywood County right now.
Yep.
So I don't even know if we could. Maybe if we can get a Starlink or something. But Haywood County schools will not allow us or anybody like us to hook up to their network. This happened to us in 2023 when we did the Tuscola basketball tournament over there.
Yeah.
We had to use a computer. This is, again, giving you more information that you probably didn't want to know, but it's behind the curtain. You lifted it up here.
We got a 45-0 game going, man.
But here's the story. So in that situation, they said, okay, well, if you use one of our machines, then you get on the internet. So they had an approved machine was a laptop. Well, we put our signal, all of our 1080p, high definition signal into this computer from our production computer, and it overloaded it. That's just a rainbow into the end zone, and it is incomplete, as it was in the hands of Kleineck, but he could not secure it. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. So it was a disaster in 2023 when we had to use the equipment that was provided by us by Haywood County Schools because we couldn't get onto to their network, and it overloaded their machine. Second night, got a better machine, still wasn't great. So that's the story there.
Well, and that is a long explanation
it is.
for you.
We
better
ain't doing
make you better make other plans
Yeah.
for Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Although I will say this, I have bought into that Elon Musk witchcraft and got myself a Starlink, so we might be packing it up at some point and using it.
Well, it's good. It's got a clear view of the sky.
Absolutely.
It works very well. And I don't know if Sean and the boys are going over there or not. I wouldn't depend on them because their internet's been pretty flaky too. And if they're using cell data over there in Haywood County, who knows if they'll be able to get a signal out, even a cell phone call.
Yeah.
And it's a 5 o'clock start on Tuesday. It's going to be difficult for lots of folks.
Yeah, yeah. But I thought that was important to bring that up because, and there'll be a lot of people, wait a minute. Oh, they're playing at 5? I'm not even off work yet. Well, yeah, we know, and we did mention it earlier. And with so much technology in the world today, we take a lot of conveniences for granted.
We do.
And so a lot of people are going to be like, I'll just watch on FPSN. Well, unfortunately, no, you won't. So I hate that. I know George hates it, but FPSN had a prior commitment, and with the communication situation the way it is, which I live here in Clark's Chapel.
You can't get cell service.
Oh, no, I can get it for like 2 hours, and then 5 hours without. It's,
Yeah, it's flaky. And that's everywhere, all across western North Carolina. And right up the middle towards the end zone. And it's a touchdown for Parker Willis. So the Knights get onto the scoreboard for the first time. 45-6. They march down and put 6 on the board. Willis right up the gut.
something to cheer about over there on that side of the field.
Yeah. Looks like they may go for 2.
Probably not as much a strategy move as it is just, hey, kicking game might not be that strong. Let's just work on something here, you know.
Wildcat. Straight up the middle, and did he get in? I don't think he did. Gasperson took the direct snap, and it is no good. The extra point, 2-point conversion, was not completed. So it's going to remain 45-6. North Henderson Knights do get the big goose egg off the scoreboard. And I know folks are coming and going and maybe did not see the updated schedule earlier. We've brought it up on our screen a couple times, but if you did not see fresh off the presses that was minted on Wednesday afternoon, here it is. And again, it's still subject to change. The Panthers will not play next Friday. That was slated to be at Smoky Mountain. That's been moved to November the 8th. They've extended the season by a week. And they are going to play a Tuesday night affair at 5 o'clock against Tuscola in Waynesville. There was also some discussion that possibly floodwaters had gotten close to C. Weatherby Stadium. I'm assuming that it's been deemed fit for play because tonight they're hosting East Henderson. But the Panthers and the Mountaineers will do battle at 5 o'clock on Tuesday night. It's a short kick. And now going to give it to Hervey. Who was that this is funny. Who was that received? It was an up man, and then he said, where are you, Hervey? Here you go.
Yeah,
I didn't grab his number.
It was an unselfish move there. Oh, that was Braylon.
Braylon
Desarn. I happened to drive by fourth period PE today and saw a bunch of kids playing football PE with the Ryan Raby's squad, and I saw a play just like that today. You don't see it often.
Well, I don't blame him. He's the best player on the field. Get the ball in his hands, however you deem possible, and you can pitch it backwards, and that's what he did.
You got that mixed up. That's Peyton Hervey.
It was Peyton.
That's brother Peyton.
Hervey.
Like best player on the field.
Oh yeah.
No, he sleeps in the same house with the best player.
Wrong
on the field.
Hervey. Wrong Hervey. He may be eventually the best player on the field once he brother graduates. We never know. Now we've got flags flying. And it's going to be a false start. That'll back them up. And as you see, the clock continues to roll. Even though that 42-point differential is under that, it doesn't matter. They're going to continue to roll that clock.
Brady Norman out there. Norman, excuse me. Let's see. Jaden Kelly checks in for the Panthers.
1st and 15. And the pitch goes to Talon Smith. He's trying to find a seam. He can't. He'll be knocked out of bounds.
And in case you're wondering at home, no, that does not stop the clock.
Nope. Keeps rolling. Goes quick. We do appreciate you tuning in tonight on whatever platform you have chosen, YouTube or Facebook. And I know folks have been messaging us and asking. And I know that there's a lot of folks in Henderson County, if they're not watching live, watching a replay, if you get internet. And there are tons of folks here in Macon, another flag, in Macon County that are organizing relief efforts at some distribution centers. And one of them that we were hopefully going to broadcast tonight and focus on, we have a package together that really details the remarkable efforts that Amy Anders, Brian Moffitt, Ben Van Hook, all of those folks, Billy Van Hook, have put together. It's now at Discover Church called Great 28 Relief Center, WNC Relief Center, as Talon Smith able to get out of bounds. We will post that later on, but if somebody is in need, we can tell them how to get in touch with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And George, I don't know if it's easier for them to message right here in the game. If you know somebody on this thread, if you're on Facebook especially, send us a message. Let us know. And I'll even throw my number out there, 371-2838. If you know someone in need, a community in need somewhere in that area, the effort that Ben Van Hook has organized with the help of lots of people, and he'd be the first to tell you, but it is a Ben Van Hook brainchild. And by the way, I'll just tell a quick story of, you talk about adversity, no good deed goes unpunished. They had set up here locally in the Kmart building and were run out of there and offered to come back for a very large sum of money, which was laughable. Luckily, Discover Church had room at their church to take on this endeavor, but my goodness, sounds like with the amount of donations and stuff that people are sending from across the southeast and the country, they could outgrow that spot too. So, but again, the important part here is if you know of a community in need, anything from water to clothes and everything in between, messages here at either FPSN on this board, or you can message me. I'll be happy to get to the people that can help. And again, that's 371-2838.
And be watching over the next couple of days. We will post that fantastic piece that we put together that did not air because our router got unplugged and we went off in the pregame show up here in the press box. As we say, it's a wing and a prayer every Friday night. But we appreciate you tuning in. You see both teams that will shake hands. A dominating performance, Byron, tonight by Coach Brooks and his Panthers. 45-6 revenge. A loss last year at North Henderson, the first time North Henderson had ever defeated the Panthers in almost 30 years of playing. They revenge that loss and continue undefeated at 5-0.
Well, and the Panthers will go to 5-0, and they get the win. But the real winners, to me, are all of us, to be able to come to the field and take a couple of hours to escape the reality of what's taken place in the past week and a half. Tonight, the young men in the purple and the white, they win too. They have the opportunity to play football. There are people in their community, seniors and juniors and sophomores who wanted to play football this year too, who might not get to. And if they do, it might be a minute, and it won't be many games. So a lot of winners here tonight, but the Panthers will go on 5-0 with another impressive performance.
45-6, 5-0 are the Panthers now. North Henderson drops to 2-3 overall, and Franklin again will be playing on a Tuesday night at 5 o'clock at C.E. Weatherby Stadium against the Tuscola Mountaineers. And depending on what the score is tonight, that'll be a pivotal game, and it won't be playing next Friday, but we'll be back here definitely on the Franklin Panther Sports Network next Friday. Not next Friday, but the following Friday, October the 25th, right here at the pit against the West Henderson Falcons. And they're playing Pisgah tonight, another pivotal game. All the games in the conference, obviously, at this point are very pivotal. And they'll be doing battle here at the pit, the second and final regular season night of football in the 75th year of the Panther Pit. All right, that's going to wrap it up. My thanks to Philip Angel and to Joshua Chastain, and, of course, Byron McClure, my broadcast partner. For all involved, until next time, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.